Welcome to episode 114 of the OVW podcast, the original podcast of Ohio Valley Wrestling. My name is Jack Minogues.
I'm the man on Silver Mountain. I'm Brian Hines.
Now, what's that from?
I'm on a Dio kick these days.
Oh, that's cool. Dio,
You can thank Dave.
Dio's one of those things that I just, when I was younger, was just so like, oh, this is not for me. It's like long, and he has like the operatic voice, and it's like, fairies and stuff,
Yeah.
And now that I'm older, I'm just like, this guy rules.
Right?
This guy rules.
I mean, I'm glad he started playing it. He played it the day after. It was a Thursday a couple weeks ago, and I went to the Burl after the show, and on the way back, they played Holy Diver, and I hadn't heard that on the radio in like 15, 20 years. It's like, oh my God, wow, I forgot how good this was. And then I walk in Thursday afternoon, and he's playing some more. It's like, yeah, I need to get back on this kick because it's one of those things that I used to love and completely forgot about.
No, the older I've gotten, because I didn't really even get into Maiden until 3 or 4 years ago, and some of that British new wave of heavy metal stuff is just so aggressively rocking. Like, it's just so cool. It's so unique. It's so fun. It only existed for a handful of years, but it rocks. Like, it just rocks, like pure unfiltered rock.
If I could take you to any metal show, based on your personality type and how well I know you, I would take you to Maiden because it's not just about the music.
I'd go see Maiden in a heartbeat.
I mean, they had a full-size inflatable biplane.
Yeah.
Bruce Dickinson is phenomenal. I consider him to be a modern-day Renaissance man. He's he's a world-class fencer.
He's a pilot, right?
He's a pilot, yeah. He flies the whole band everywhere on Flight 666, the 767, and the crew and the equipment. I mean, I listened to his audiobook a couple years ago, and the guy is just so incredibly talented and entertaining. So if I could take you to any of them, I would take you to see Iron Maiden.
No, I'd love to go see Maiden. I'd love to go see the Doobie Brothers, totally different, I know.
Sure.
But similarly, Skunk Baxter, the guitar player from the Doobie Brothers, and he was in, like, Steely Dan and stuff.
He's been on tons of stuff.
He's a, like an aerospace engineer.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like,
okay.
I think after kind of in, like, when the Doobies weren't really doing anything, Michael went solo and stuff, I think that he, like, did work for NASA for a little bit.
I'm not surprised.
Rock stars are interesting people. Today, we are getting into all the action from OVW Rise. That's OVWtv 1362, emanating live from legendary Hot Point Davis Arena on September 18th. If you're going to have that microphone on, Tiny Brian, you got to turn that fan down.
Yeah, that works.
And the mic in general, because even though he didn't say anything, that came in way hot.
Hotter than a Bruce Dickinson
that
lead
was
vocal.
weird.
Yeah.
I turned it on and went, nope, I better not say a thing. I just shut it back off. That was a fun 3-minute Other Universe podcast you guys host.
Oh, well,
I love it.
He likes to throw out these references. I don't always get them, and I feel like it's important to delve into them here at the top of the show.
It gives our listeners a chance to see our personalities and how we are in real life outside of wrestling.
Oh, this is all me all the time. I'm just
okay.
I'm actually fortunately kidding. So at the top of the hour here, enough rock and roll talk. We'll talk a little bit of Pro Wrestling Illustrated 500. Right?
Yeah, I saw that came out.
This is one of the kind of it's such a perfect wrestling fan thing because it's ultimately meaningless, and ultimately is just a person's opinion, and it's kayfabe. The way that they stack these wrestlers is not necessarily like in-ring talent or whatever, but it's like who could beat who in what circumstances, kind of is.
Okay.
And it's always fun, especially like the top 10 because it's the guys that you watch on the big companies, right?
Yeah.
But basically everywhere, let's call it 101 through 499, is just like a tip of the hat, right? It's an acknowledgement that you've put in a lot of work in your wrestling career, that you have a lot of promise, et cetera, et cetera. They kind of reserve, the reason I say 101 to 499 is they kind of reserve 500 for someone that's very young and very up and coming.
So who's the last in line this time?
I haven't actually read the whole list yet, but I do have some OVW stars that managed to make the list.
Oh, well, let's talk about that. Let's start there.
Crixus, highest out of the OVW stars so far. At number
Okay.
234, Mount Kadeem. Haven't seen him in OVW in a while, but a huge part of the Revolution storyline, a huge part of the first 6 months of this year.
Yeah.
He comes
Former
in
U.S. champion. Let's give him his flowers.
Sure.
national heavyweight.
Oh, yeah, he was national. Yeah, you're right.
No. He was OVW heavyweight champion, right? Kadeem? Yeah.
Did he? I thought.
Doug was national champion.
And Erik won the national from Doug,
From
and then
Doug
it
and
changed
became
to
the
the
US
U.S.
championship.
Okay, so he was the heavyweight. You're
Yeah,
right.
he was the heavyweight.
Okay.
We see Herro, current heavyweight champion at 316. If you're a wrestling fan, I mean 316. That's
a pretty big number.
Yeah, if you're in the middle, I think 316 is where you want to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know. And then Erik Surge, our current U.S. champion, is at 377.
Which is pretty impressive for only having 3 years under his belt so far. Somewhere around there, right?
Yeah, I mean that's huge. That's
Yeah.
huge. Make it into the 300s next. If the trajectory goes the same way, by year 5 he'll be number 1. You know, like I'm just saying, like the mathing on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 years in, he's in the 300s. 5
Yeah,
years in,
if he keeps on this trajectory, yeah.
Yeah. So, now the women's list gets released later, right?
Yeah, I think it's next month.
Yeah, the women's and they haven't been doing the women's list for nearly as long as they've been doing the men's.
And I think it may be a 200 or a 250. I know it's a smaller number.
In past years, it's been 100.
Might just be 100 even.
But I would love to see that extend, you know, obviously. But in past years, I know it's been 100. And also in past years, I know that it's had a lot of OVW women's division wrestlers in it.
Well, good. I'm not surprised.
So excited to see the women's list, kind of see who ends up on it, see who's not, see if we're surprised anyone didn't make it. Let's start there on the OVW 500 or on the PWI 500 list. Who's someone that you're surprised maybe didn't make it?
I'm surprised that Jack Vaughn
I would say
wasn't
Jack
on
Vaughn.
there.
PWI 500 last year, 2024 list, Jack Vaughn.
And I would say, not to compliment you too hard, but Donovan Cecil.
He was my next.
You know, like, and they're of course in the storyline together, and we'll delve into that. Some great stuff from them this week.
Yeah.
Really great stuff. And honestly, I don't know if it was all them that made it, but we'll get into that. I mean, Donovan's a guy. Jack Vaughn, same way. It's just like the looks there, the athleticism's there. You're kind of just questioning, like, okay, well, why aren't these guys represented, right?
Yeah.
But again, like I said, this is all like kayfabe, and who have you beaten, and who have you lost to, and how did you lose, and how did you win, and all of that type of thing plays into it. And maybe PWI looked at the Jack Vaughn, Donovan Cecil stuff much in a similar light to the way that I did a few months ago, where I was like, why are they playing Operation?
Right.
You know.
Well, that could very well be.
But you know, it's all fun. It's all just for conversation. Congratulations.
Yes.
I just looked it up. Crix's is at 234.
Yeah, that's what I got. That's what I got here. We were talking about Donovan Cecil, but we were talking about people that weren't on it, Malcolm. But the no, it's fun. It's all great. It's all fun conversation.
Yeah.
I need to see the top 10 because you know that's like. Who do you have it in front of you? Who's top 10?
Give me a minute. I'll look. You have it there, son?
Yeah. Give
Here,
me 1 second.
take the mic.
I've never seen
Give me
him
1
so
second.
excited to get on the mic. It's usually the opposite.
I'm gonna go. If I had to guess,
I gotta pull it back up.
oh my gosh, who?
Do you think it's Cody Rhodes?
Cody Rhodes is a big argument. I would.
I
say
bet he's top 5.
He's in the top 10 or top 5 for sure.
John Cena?
No.
No, probably not.
I wouldn't be surprised if Hangman Adam Page is in the top 10.
I could see that.
John Moxley probably in the
Okay,
top 10. Okay,
so-
let's hear it.
Going from 10. Number 10 is Will Ospreay.
Okay,
All
that
right.
checks out.
Number 2 is
Number 9.
Oh, number 9 is Mystico.
Okay, yeah, Mystico, big undefeated streak in AEW. That checks out.
Number 8 is Seth Rollins.
Yeah, Seth Rollins, a top 10
All right.
competitor
Or
every year.
Number 8 is Seth Rollins. Number 7 is Swerve Strickland.
That checks
Yeah.
out. Surprised he's above Ospreay.
Number 6 is Jey Uso.
Boo. Get that shit out of here.
Number 5
So
is
saying yeet it?
Hiroki
yeah.
Goto.
Hiroki Goto, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Number 4 is Hangman Adam Page.
All right, I was on it.
Number 3 is a man simply known as Gunther.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Love that at number 3.
Yeah.
Love that at number 3.
Number 2 is John Moxley.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
knew
And
Moxley was going to be in top 5.
I need one guess on number 1.
Cody Rhodes.
I'm going Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes.
Okay.
Yay!
Oh my God, it's Cody Rhodes.
So that's, I think he won it last year, too. That's back-to-back for him.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah, no.
And good for the OVW.
No, and again, that's just another place where OVW is in and around the spotlight in professional wrestling.
We should do an expanded list to include OVW alum to see how saturated the 500 PWI 500 is.
We should go back to, 2008 and do that.
Oh, yeah. I bet.
We should go back and do that, and I bet it's a third of the list.
Probably.
On the way, we should probably buy some Bitcoin.
Oh, yeah, well, while we're
Yeah,
talking
that's
about
fair.
things we should have done. Yeah, that's probably fair. All right, so good little segue. We got our DO stuff and we got our PWI stuff. Now let's get back to business, I should say.
Okay.
Every single Thursday night, doors open at 5:45. Action starts at 6:15. Overdrive by 7:30. OVW Rise at 7 p.m. That's, of course, 4400 Shepherdsville Road, Hot Point, Davis Arena. This Saturday, September 27th, at the LaPorte Civic Auditorium in LaPorte, Indiana, we have OVW Live. If you're in the LaPorte, Indiana area, that's where you can find your OVW superstars. This Sunday, the next night, Hot Point Davis Arena, September 28th, it's No Rest for the Wicked. We got a lot more of an idea of what that card's going to look like
Oh, yeah.
this
Yeah,
past
definitely.
week. And we still have one more episode of television to go to see exactly what it's going to look like. So excited for that. The Sadowski Center, that's new, Fort Knox, Kentucky. It's where Goldfinger takes place.
Oh, wow. That's 2 podcasts in a row where Goldfinger has come up.
Yeah, that's where Goldfinger takes place. That's why that's a little running it back there a little bit.
Yeah.
That's
call.
October 4th. What is that, next Saturday?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I believe so.
And then Owensboro Event Center, November 1st, and Jungle Gyms Oscar Event Center, Fairfield, Ohio, November 21st. You can find tickets for any and all of these Ohio Valley Wrestling events at OVWtix, that's TIX.com. And we'll be back right after this.
Hey, folks, Tiny Brian here, and if you guys will check your notes, you actually have a thing to do an ad about today.
I see that.
Well, I didn't know if you wanted to do it or if we were
Let's
doing
just all do it together.
Okay.
Our good friend Jason.
And we'll be back right after this. What's up, folks? Jackman Oaks here, OVW Podcast. I don't know. I'm so glad that it arrived a couple weeks ago where I should do the breaks acting like I'm Tiny Brian. That's my favorite thing. It provides me so much joy. No, okay. So what do we know about Perfect Pitch? What do we know about Jason Brian Hines?
We know that there's going to be a photo booth at No Rest for the Wicked.
Perfect.
As there has been in the past. If you've not attended an OVW event where Perfect Pitch has been there, you can get a photo with any of your OVW superstars. You can get a photo with your friends. You can get a photo by yourself. Whatever you like. You can have a photo to commemorate the evening. It will likely be in a magnetic photo frame that you can put on your refrigerator.
We have a few of these around the office here.
Yeah.
So we know what they look like. They're nice. Jason is a really wonderful guy.
Yeah, phenomenal. Super talented.
Very enthusiastic, very nice. He'll make sure he gets a good picture of you unless you're me at that one party we went to. But I don't think it was Jason's fault. It might have been my fault for not appearing camera ready.
It happened.
Couldn't tell you why. But no, Jason really is. He's just such an enthusiastic, nice guy. He's a wrestling fan just like you. That's why he loves to set up at No Rest for the Wicked. That's why he loves to set up at the waterfront. That's why he loves to see you guys at OVW. Give him a visit this Sunday at Hot Point Davis Arena for No Rest for the Wicked.
Like and follow him on social media. Pitch Perfect.
Pitch Perfect Louisville. Perfect Pitch. Pitch Perfect.
Brian? Tiny Brian?
Think it's Perfect Pitch.
Well,
Right, but what is it on social media? Do you know off the top of your
Not
head?
off the top of my head.
Okay.
No. Hang on. I'll find it.
I hate to inform you that is a deduction.
on the
I'll probably survive it.
on the ad and everything. That's tragic.
While we're doing this, we can say that your interview with senior referee Daniel Spencer, Eric Cornish, and
the Ringside
and Linda
podcast
Kay,
crew.
yeah, most of the Ringside crew is out now as well.
Well, and I heard Linda's single now, apparently, after the course of this past week's episode. So.
Yeah.
Guys, go out there and shoot your shot, I guess is what I'm saying.
It is Perfect Pitch DJ service, and it is online at... This site can't be reached. PerfectPitchDJ.com. Perfect Pitch online.
Perfect pitch. All right.
Yeah.
Perfect.
See him
Pitch.
at No Rest for the Wicked this Sunday.
Yeah, tell him you said hi. Tell him you heard about his service on this podcast. It would mean the world to us, and I'm sure that Jason would love to hear that as well.
Totally agree.
All right. Let's get back into it. OVWtv 1362, of course, as it is every week, we want to thank OVW for giving us these clips that you'll see during the course of the show. Really, really, really helped the quality of this show out. The site quality of the show out. Not necessarily like us or our commentary or anything, but it's much more pleasant to watch now.
Personally speaking, for me, it makes doing this more fun. I mean, this is the most fun I have all week anyway, but having clips to go back and reference has made this a much more enjoyable experience for me. So
I think it helps.
I appreciate it greatly.
I
Thank
think
you,
it helps
Kathy.
both of us. I think it helps both of us. All right. First match of the evening. Our OVW heavyweight champion in a non-title match, Cal Herro versus Jake Painter.
Yeah, starting it off
Hot.
right off the bat. What'd you think about this? I made some notes. I watched and jotted down a couple things.
I really, really liked how much room Painter had offensively here. I feel like over the last few weeks, there's been, and maybe even longer than that, but there's been, these like tried and true spots, these like reliable spots from Jake Painter, and he gets a little bit of shine, but it's often like very quickly taken away.
Yeah.
This is a little bit meaner of a version of Jake Painter than we've seen. That's a necessity when you've got Ultimate Babyface Cal Herro as your challenger.
Yeah.
You know, like you have to bring out the meanness. And then the way that commentary put it over, too, was not necessarily like, he's the heel, he's a bad guy this week. It's like he knows how much this opportunity means to be in the ring with Cal Herro, and he's not playing around.
It's
As he shouldn't.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that about having room to breathe and all that. If this match were a painting, he had plenty of canvas to work with.
Absolutely.
And he did have a lot of offense. My favorite part was he went up and over the ropes, and then Cal went outside, and then Cal jumped back in and hit him with a super kick. I mean, it was an impressive night for Jake Painter. Yeah. It really was.
We actually have some of Jake's offense. I've got a clip for you, little extra clips. If you look below the matches this week, you can see.
Bring it, baby.
Got a couple of extras besides just finishes this week. Trying to step it back up. So we got Cal in control here.
We've seen a lot out of Jake Painter in the last few weeks, couple months. A lot of growth. You can see where he's been putting in the work. It translates in the ring. That power bomb to Cal Herro was into the Styles Clash. That was phenomenal.
You could see
almost as phenomenal as the originator of the Styles Clash, but that's a whole different thing altogether.
So a couple of things from the clip that we just saw. Got that cameraman with that Steven Steele t-shirt out there. I need an impartial cameraman in my wrestling, please.
That's a deduction.
Yeah, that's first things first.
Cameraman?
No,
that's you.
I'm kidding, of course. I have the exact same Steven Steele shirt. So
I know, and I'm jealous.
What was the other thing I was thinking about here? Oh, I know. You can actually see the moment on our most recent interview where Eric Cornish kind of is like, "Hey, you guys are kind of being jackasses to Jake Painter. You guys should probably give him a break." And ever since then, we've been very nice.
Well, Jake has stepped it up too.
No, Jake has stepped it up, but like I definitely remember being like, "Oh, well, with Eric saying it, like we should probably."
that was the last interview that day, and after like the second,
God.
maybe the third, I don't remember anything that we talked about or who we even talked to, because there were like 11 people in the course of 8 interviews in a 3-hour stretch.
Yeah,
So when it's something like that, I usually just wait to watch them, and I can be just as surprised as you are, because after a while, it's like you just gotta, get ready for the next one. Get ready for the next one.
Let's go ahead and see our finish here, please. No, I made the strongest whiskey ginger ever concocted after that day of interviews.
We earned it.
You guys surely did.
Okay.
God, what I love those kicks out of Cal.
Well, and we see Jake Painter kind of looking for a way out, but
Yeah, he found it all right.
doesn't happen. Yeah, he found
Wasn't
a
the
way
one
out
he
of
was
the
looking
match.
for.
Found a way out of the match for sure.
But that was a great first match for this episode.
No, I mean, you've got your heavyweight champion on first match of the night.
Yeah.
It's got to bring the heat.
It
Gotta
sure
bring
did.
the heat. So we see a few things happen during the course of the show in the form of vignettes. First one being Linda Kay's waiting for Brandon Davis at what looks to be a pretty nice restaurant.
Yeah.
I heard those specials that they had, off-menu specials that they had, sounded pretty good. To me.
There was a lot of veal.
Well, I mean, I love veal. Second one is the therapist. For some reason, Al's there, which I thought was like, I understand why he's there because it's very funny when he gets frazzled and angry.
That's my favorite.
But like, I was like, oh, I didn't realize that like in some way Al had entered this relation, that like the Donovan Cecil Jack Vaughn thing had become a throuple. I didn't realize that at some point along the way that had happened. But
No, I kind of disagree. I think that this is how I feel about it. Al is the dad. His 2 sons cannot stop arguing because they are at each other's throats. So it's like family counseling with the counselor focusing on the siblings.
this was okay. Like, all right,
That's how I took it. Anyway.
it's the most obvious thing, right? These guys can't get along. We've got a therapist on the roster. Let's make it work. Right?
It certainly did.
Who made it work?
Everybody had their
We
part.
know her name. We know her. No, listen.
She was driving the bus.
She was.
But it wasn't
She
like
was the bus.
Yeah.
she was driving alone. I mean, hearing Donovan give Jack Vaughn crap for giving him a hard time about the braids that he worked so hard on for like a week.
Yeah.
That was gold. Not everybody can be bald like Jack Vaughn. That was good too. Al just getting completely frustrated and just losing it in the middle of the situation. This 3-act play was maybe my favorite part of this whole episode. Because at the end of it, she's got like cutouts of the faces, and she's kind of doing this number, and they're just at each other's throats, and it hasn't helped.
This was a highlight reel for all of the like drama club weirdness of Lovely Miss Larkin.
Yeah.
And I know that sounds diminutive. Trust me, it is not. There is nobody in this world that I love more, because I was one, than some drama club freaks. Okay, like this was amazing from her. I think that everyone else acted in line with like how you would expect them to act or whatever. It was very like wrestling, like, okay, they don't like each other, they're looking for any excuse to fight. Like all of that for me was like necessary, and it worked, and it was utility, right? The Lovely Miss Larkin stuff was like fantastic, like television acting, like fantastic, like character acting.
She felt like she was a real therapist.
No, it was fantastic. It was truly out of the ring highlight of the night. This Jack Vaughn, Donovan Cecil, Lovely Miss Larkin thing.
Yeah.
This was really, really, really fantastic stuff.
I would love to see a super cut of that where we could put all 3 of those clips together into one, just one giant clip.
Oh, I'm sure we can do that. Daniel can do that, I'm sure, or whoever does video editing or whatever. So about 2 of the evening. I mean, it's between this guy we've never seen before, Sam Hardway Holloway, and our OVW media champion, Jake Lawless, not joined by the trifecta at the beginning of the match. I'm going to go ahead and say this because a majority of what we cover here is going to be really putting over Holloway here. Jake Lawless wins. The trifecta have to come out, get the distraction. Jake Lawless gets the wrong.
Pretty well saw that coming.
Pretty well saw that coming. What did you think, though, about this guy? Wherever they picked this guy up at, well, WWE ID, I guess, picked him up. Sam Hardway Holloway.
If I remember right, he's from Akron.
Okay.
He's 6'9".
He's a Buckeye. Yeah, I think
Brian knows the Ohio facts.
6'9". Yeah, I remember them putting that over.
Yeah, he's roughly the size of my son, except for he's a little bit.
He's a little broader than your 15-year-old son.
He's hitting the gym and all that. He'll get there one of these days. But in terms of general size, very big, very formidable. Pretty well just manhandled Jake Lawless for most of this match.
Impressive.
Yeah, very impressive
debut. I thought that Jake...
Welcome, by the way.
Yeah, hope to see more of you. Hope to see way more of you. I thought that Jake did... When it occurred to me what this match was going to be, which was Jake crawling around and getting beat up, and it occurred to me very quickly that that's what it was going to be.
Yeah, right off the bat.
I was just like, okay, great, fantastic.
Yeah.
No, I'll watch this
Let's see what this guy can do.
Strong dude throw Jake Lawless around for 3.5, 4 minutes, however long it was. And boy, did he ever.
Yeah.
That
suplexes across the ring.
A big release German,
I
think, right in the middle. AJ McKay compared him to Kevin Nash. Big shoes to fill. I like the comparison, though.
Okay.
I like the comparison a lot. Also, you know how I go through the comment section?
Yeah.
I saw probably one of the funniest comments of all time this past week.
Hit me with it.
It said, AJ Mickle, or however you say your name, I need to hear it clear, ... I like the way you commentary, bruh.
I like the way you commentary, bruh.
Yeah, which is just a very funny way to say that AJ McKay's good at commentary. I think, but it took me a second to, sit and read that and chuckle at it to say, and I've said this before, AJ McKay really has found what I think could and should be his long-term home on the commentary desk.
I agree.
I think that he, now on WWE, it's like Michael Cole. Or, back in the day in WCW or in AEW now, it's Shivani. There's just a brevity. He's the straight man. And he gets his jokes in there. AJ McKay gets his jokes in there and everything else. And so does Adam Cole and so does Tony Schiavone. But it's having the reliable narrator of AJ McKay over the last few months, I think has really, really opened the package up.
And last night we got Carmen Matildas.
Yeah, Carmen.
It took me a second. I was expecting the usual crew, Eric Cornish and or not Eric Cornish, I'm sorry, but Josh Ashcraft and Linda Kay. But it took me a second to identify the voice, and then I realized, oh yeah, okay. So it was a good change of pace. They did a great job of keeping the story going during this episode.
Well, and Carmen's just a very affable. Very, very charming guy. So I don't think he has any problem talking. Is what I'm trying to say.
No, not at all.
So we already mentioned we loved Holloway doing this. Would love to see more of him. We already mentioned that Jake wins with interference from the trifecta. What we have not mentioned yet is that Jake talks himself right into a challenge against Cal Herro for the OVW Heavyweight Championship at No Rest for the Wicked.
Sure did. Didn't see that coming.
I definitely did not see that coming. We also see, before our third bout of the evening, more Larken and Jack Vaughn, Donovan, Cecil, Al Snow stuff. We're not going to talk. We see a lot of it. We're not going to try to break it down sketch by sketch, vignette by vignette. Just go watch it.
Yeah.
Just go watch it. It's worth your time. It's hilarious. It's really good stuff.
Do we have any video for this match?
We do bout 3. What do you show me a screen? Yeah. So we do see Hardway Holloway here. It's got
there he is. Launches him all the way across the ring.
Is that a half Nelson suplex?
I was trying to figure out what I would call that, but something to that effect, yes.
I think the skid there probably hurt more than the actual impact.
Oh yeah, no,
You
and
say rope burn?
that's a little bit of Jake knowing how to make himself light as possible, but that's a lot of Holloway just being stronger than hell.
Yeah.
Um,
Across the ring again, thrown by his neck. Just, complete and total mismatch in terms of storytelling.
let's see the next clip, Malachi, please. Oof. What do we call that?
I don't know. Let's see it again.
It's like a choke slam spine buster, kind of. Well,
Yeah.
no, it's not technically a choke slam. He takes him up by the waist, not by the neck. But yeah, there's like an element of like the way that Arn would,
Yeah.
turn and slam.
It's
people.
kind of like a choke buster.
Yeah. That's fine with me. I'll call it that.
Okay. Good.
He's Kurt Angling it. He's pulling down the straps. He's calling for the crowd's attention. He's trying to get Jake's attention. Trying to tell Jake this stuff is over with. Here's the choke. And there's Brandon Beretta. And there's Ashton Adonis.
As you would figure they would make an appearance. Not be out there the whole time as to advertise that the fix is in. But just enough to get the job done at the very end. Lawless gets the win.
They don't necessarily get physical either.
Don't need to.
Just creating an opportunity for Lawless to finish the job.
Yeah, all you need is to divert some attention for a second. Give him that window of opportunity, and then boom, 1, 2, 3, we're done.
And here's what I really like, too, kind of about them not getting physical and Lawless putting him out by himself, is it really makes the super kick dangerous. Because it's not like Lawless had a bunch of momentum or offense during the course of this match.
Like next to none.
But it makes his super kick specifically very dangerous.
Yeah.
He can fell this tree, right, with one chop, basically. So, about 3 of the evening, we have J-Rod and the marionette Noel. It was quick. I think we all knew.
We knew on last Wednesday. We practically said, thanks for coming.
Here's the one thing I did like about Noel. Here's the one thing I did really like about Noel. When she jumps on J-Rod's back and tries to force her face into a smile. It was weird.
Yeah.
And that, Noelle's scary. She's doing all the weird stuff. That's just weird. And I liked it. I've never seen something like
that's
that
why
before.
I like it. It's weird for the sake of creepy, and she does a great job of pulling it off.
But this one was seriously blink and you miss it. Let's go ahead and see that finish, please. Noelle tries a little bit. J-Rod's a little too strong for that.
Yeah, she's a former women's champion. I mean, she hasn't been pinned much, but she was pinned by Carter Kaufman. So you think, maybe she got a chance. But Noelle, no. The marionette, it's not your night.
Not your night tonight.
That spear
Folded
put
her-
anybody's out in the women's division.
Folded her in half. Has put most of them out.
It would put me out. I don't know what y'all are talking about.
So, yeah, J-Rod finishes the match here.
You said that folded her in half?
Folded her in half.
What'd she have for breakfast this morning? Folders crystals?
Come on. You're usually much better than that.
That's a deduction.
I got your deduction right here, pal.
And listen here. Malachi, it's bad when Malachi recognizes it's a stinker, because sometimes Malachi over there has got some questionable at best puns.
Okay, that's fair.
So I'm trying to encourage.
Hey,
I'm not taking away from you. I'm trying to
haven't
encourage
seen you
I'm
in
not
a
trying-
week.
I'm not-
I
I'm
haven't
not trying to
seen
take
you
away
or
from
talked to you in a week. We work together, but I've been elsewhere. I'm still on the job, just working at a different spot. So it's just weird to get back into that rhythm.
No, I understand, and I'm. It's out of love, not negging you.
We all love you,
Just
Mr.
try,
Hines.
just trying. I want you to get to where you need to be. Is what it really is. All right. So we do also check in with Linda after that women's division match, and she's said yes to some wine. Brandon Davis still ain't here that.
Could she have some more bread, please?
I mean, with the wine she was drinking, I hope she ate something.
Yeah.
Hour one main event, the Only Bros, Boy Toy Troy and Coach Prime versus the Goon Syndicate, Doom Syndicate. I have actually worked myself into a shoot, to quote Hulk Hogan, on calling them the Goon Syndicate.
Yeah.
the Doom Syndicate with Star Rider and Obsidian Angel, and then the kind of what seemed to be odd couple pairing, mismatched pairing of Dustin Jackson and Anthony Toatelli, but, well...
I mean, two veterans like that. Come on.
Yeah, no. What did you think of this Hour 1 main event?
I mean, this was a great triple threat tag team match.
It was.
On the Fan Zone last week, we kind of talked this out some, and I think that we both kind of felt that going into this, Dustin Jackson and Anthony Toatelli had a bit of an advantage over the other two teams, and turns out we were right. Who knew?
Well, I think I had the fear that, like, these are guys that went through wars with each other, and maybe there's still going to be some animosity, but instead of animosity, it seems like those wars they went through with each other made them gain respect for each other.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And love to see Coach Prime back. Star.
He still has the whistle.
The whistle, not so much.
There was so many moments inside of this, and they didn't have, like, I thought Boy Toy Troy had a much bigger kind of play area than Prime did, but there were so many moments where I was like, oh, it's like the only bros that, you know, I kind of fell in love with, like, this time last year or so.
Yeah.
And, you know, I wanted to see more of it, and it's first match back for Prime, so glad to see that he's, you know, still working through some stuff. But I think that this was the best that Boy Toy Troy's ever looked, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, this match, he does like an elbow strike, like it's like a spinning elbow strike kind of, and he like lands kind of like he's Spider-Man, and it's like cool. It's like, I was like, oh, I don't know, good for you, Boy Toy Troy. So glad to see that package back, because I think that there's a lot of potential between those two.
Yeah, it was great to see them in top form, or better than top form.
But we've got new blood sniffing around the Rush, or not the Rush division, the tag division right now.
Mm-hmm.
We've got this new team, Anthony Toatelli and Dustin Jackson. Can we see them, Tiny Brian?
Yeah, let's see this ending.
This was a great, this was a gold rush of an ending, really. It's like who can get here faster, who can make the thing happen the fastest. We're between the Doom Syndicate and Dustin Jackson and Toatelli right now.
It's going to take more than that to take down Anthony Toatelli from Star Rider. He's like, nah, not having it.
Anthony Toatelli ain't never run a rope before or nothing. And then the big frog splash from Dustin Jackson, Toatelli on the outside to play insurance policy there.
Yeah, chasing everybody off. So it's a clean win for his partner, Dustin
love this.
Jackson.
Look at this, him calling for the tag there to set up the big move, and him giving it to him. That's not something you expect to see from a brand new tag team. That level of sharing is caring.
Nah, and you got two thoroughbreds in this tag team. Like, Dustin Jackson and Anthony Toatelli, you got two racehorses. Like, you got two athletes here, man. Like, surprised they haven't been together before?
Very. It's like one of those things you didn't know you needed until you saw it.
And also for me right now, as we sit on September 24th, 2025, Dark Horse favorites for the Nightmare Cup.
Yeah, another Kentucky reference.
Yeah.
First it was Thoroughbreds. I love Thoroughbreds, by the way.
Yeah, he's talking about a restaurant, by the way.
It's right across the street, and their onion rings are outstanding.
But I mean, just a tag team with a lot of potential.
Tons.
For me personally, if I could nitpick, I'd rather see the Nightmare Cup go to a tag
An
team.
actual tag team.
But like during the course of the Nightmare Cup, maybe these guys become an actual tag team. I mean, first match here, they're 60% of the way there.
That's what I was thinking as we were talking this out. It's like, okay, we've never seen them as a team before, but during this match, you see that they have that spark, that chemistry, that charisma, that it takes some teams weeks or months or even longer to really get. They had it first time out. I mean, due to their extensive history as individuals. And I was thinking the same thing. Are they going to be an actual tag team? What happens if they end up winning the tournament and become tag team champions? What would their name be? I don't know.
Here's the thing. Here's where the fix is at. Is if they make it to the finals of the Nightmare Cup and they come out in matching gear.
Yeah.
You're just like,
Then you'll
okay,
know.
well, yeah,
Who
like,
suck?
yeah. No, I like him. I like him so far. Two of my favorite guys. Of course, I like him.
Yeah.
All right. Bout 5 of the evening. This is the opening bout of Hour 2. We have Icon Lee joined by Evil Z versus Super Z. Kind of speaking about the outcome of the triple threat Nightmare Cup match here. It looks like we're heading back to Star Rider Super Z.
And that's great.
I'm okay with it. I wonder what's next. I mean, we did the cinematic match.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder what's next. I'm not saying that there's nothing. I'm just saying I don't know what it is.
That's a good point because it's hard to top.
But I think that the outcomes of these two matches, even though they might not seem related, actually tell us a whole lot about what is going to happen over the next couple of weeks and probably at the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
I think we're going back to Super Z, Star Rider, Goon Syndicate, Doom Syndicate stuff. Just a guess. Super Z wins. Icon Lee looked jacked.
This was a great match. It really was.
No,
Yeah.
It was short. It was a little short, but I enjoyed what I saw.
Mm-hmm. You want to see how it ended?
Love to.
Yeah.
No one has better to-camera facials than our good friend Icon Lee.
He is the most professional I think I have ever met. So good for you.
Well, he's been taking himself. I almost said something that sounded mean, but it wasn't supposed to be mean. Takes it seriously. I almost said he takes himself very seriously. That's a different conversation.
Yeah.
It's a different conversation. But no, he takes this seriously. I mean, you know, I wish I looked as good shirtless as Icon Lee.
Yeah?
I mean,
I sure don't.
you don't get to looking like that if you don't take this stuff seriously.
Mm-hmm.
But man, we are how many months into the Icon Lee thing, and people still cannot stand to see him on TV.
But he's so good at it.
No, I like him. He's such a great example too, I think, of like the OVW bubble, because like our friend Chad is like huge into Icon Lee, loves the character, loves the look, loves the in-ring work. But, like, we're kind of more in, like, the OVW bubble, and I'm kind of like, you really like that guy? And I realize it's because I go to Davis Arena.
Yeah.
And Davis
And
Arena
Davis Arena hates
They love to hate him.
You know, I go not as much as we used to, but as much as we can.
Yeah.
And nothing's that's the one thing that hasn't changed this year at Davis Arena. His Icon Lee's reaction.
Yeah.
No, I don't even think they love to hate Icon Lee at Davis Arena. I think they seriously.
You think it's Pavlovian at this point?
Yeah, I think he has trained them in those after show moments. Yeah, I think he has lost. You know, they talk about good heat and bad heat, I believe, and I think maybe with the Davis Arena crowd specifically, the people who go to that place. I think he's crossed that line over into bad heat.
X-Pac heat, as they used to call it. Go home heat, as it's sometimes referred to.
Sometimes.
And sometimes it's referred to... Never mind.
Yeah, I don't have my sign.
It is what it is. It is what it is. I mean, we're just here we're conscientious observers, that's all.
Yes.
We also see more Larkin. This is really kind of the point where the comedy of the night occurred to me. Like, it occurred to me what was happening. Is that Larkin is an ineffectual therapist.
Who's hearing voices herself.
And is doing things that, like, most people would look at her and say, like, oh, she's a little crazy. But Jack Vaughn and Donovan Cecil legitimately hate each other so much that they're just like, no, whatever she's
right.
saying is right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is very, very, very funny. To kind of just like, and also like just very like two men disliking each other and like looking. That's so real life. Is like just looking
Yeah.
For any reason, any thread of any legitimacy to fight each other. You know,
Yeah.
like
I can see that, and they did such a wonderful job, and I mean, Larkin fully believes that she has done a wonderful job in healing this situation and diffusing all of the tension, when in reality she's just made it so much worse, and the exact opposite happened, and the only way that we're going to be able to resolve this and all the differences is, of course, a match at No Rest for the Wicked.
which we see.
Yeah.
So Drew Hernandez and Tony Evans, Tony Evans comes out. Oh, you know, anybody got a bone? Come out here and talk to you, Drew Hernandez. And
I mean, at this point, it's the set. We've heard that promo
hey,
150 times.
you let a host talk on this show, and I'll give you some real good opinions about
You get
professional
over
wrestling.
here and you put
Plug
a
the
star in
microphone.
this ring.
Yeah, Malachi, you get over here. You make sure that my sound levels are good.
Plug this
If you
microphone
got
in for a star.
if you got a pair on you,
If you got a
Malachi,
pair on you.
you come over here and change these headphones out.
We need a Tony Evans bingo card. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. I don't think Malachi heard a word you said, by the way.
Oh no, that's why I was saying it.
Oh. Okay.
Cause I want them to know if you don't get over here. So Drew Hernandez.
Plug in your own mic.
I gotta. What is it? What did you usually say? I gotta plug in mic right here for you. Right? Is that a good one?
Yeah. Let that be a lesson to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Burn.
Burn.
Horn.
No.
That's a different show.
That is a deduction for sure.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
No.
Malachi, strike that from the record. And I swear to God, if you ever do horns ever again, Rollo Hargrove loses. I mean, he gets.
I'm sorry, man.
He gets his beard shaved.
Kind of figured.
And then Tony and Jay come out at the end of the match to kind of break stuff up, and Jay almost gets his hair. We get just the last little bit of squeezing the juice out of.
There's one more episode.
I
Who
know
knows what's gonna happen?
but you can't.
They
can't touch each other again on this episode.
No.
You can't. The last little bit of the juice is squeezed. The next time they touch each other, somebody's got to get their hair actually cut.
You want to see how this ended?
Yeah.
So what if Rollo went out there knowing that, hey, you know what? I think I'm done with this beard.
I think he did.
I think
So
you'd have to resign yourself
why don't
to
I
that.
just go ahead and wrestle Tony Evans? And, you know, he's got this match coming up with the De Niros. Maybe I'll just get him to shave my beard for me. That way I won't have to deal with it because my clippers are in the shop.
Rollo
Or
was
they're a
trying
rental.
so hard, and then Drew was just like, no. I'm
Maybe
done.
I should have a match with Tony. Well, no, I'm afraid he'd go for the top of my head and not my face.
Oh, no.
That
Can't
would
have that.
No. There is not a dollar amount.
Speaking of, you
There's
just got a
not a-
haircut, didn't you?
I did. I got my ears lowered a couple days ago.
Yeah.
But there's not a dollar amount or a charity or anything that would make me get my hair on top of my head shaved.
No. The closest I did for charity was I dyed my hair blue once.
I didn't. I did that for free skis.
Yeah, I collected money from people and then sent it into the thing and all that. But
What was the charity?
I think it was a cancer society.
Well, that's good. That makes sense. Hair and cancer and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I've
And
never,
then later on donated my hair when it was super long.
I've never had that problem before. So. Anyway, Linda is upset. She's going through wine like it's nobody's business.
That's because she's alone.
Very, very funny.
Do you think she got stood up? Of course not.
So, yeah, no. I mean, we'll find out what happened this week. I'm going to assume Steven Steele.
Yeah.
Here's what I thought we were going toward is, and if Steven attacked Brandon and he didn't do this, I don't know why he didn't, you attack Brandon and you show up.
Right?
So
That's what I fully expected to see.
So maybe it wasn't Steven.
I don't know.
maybe
There
Brandon
seems to be a
Davis-
rash of random attackers.
Well, and I'm glad that we got to that. I'm glad that you mentioned that because Maddie the American Baddie and Sophia Rosen's in a no contest. The bell doesn't even ring.
No.
J-Rod interrupts. Freya interrupts. J-Rod and Freya basically accuse Sophia of attacking
Both of them.
both of them. Sophia says, it wasn't me. Heads to the back.
After hitting both of them with the thorn.
I forgot about that. They try to attack her, and she is a little too smart for that, a little too quick for them, puts both of them out with the thorn. She heads to the back, and she gets attacked.
At the top of the ramp.
AJ McKay says something like this. When will we find out who's attacking our women's division? We've got someone attacking. I can't remember the exact wording, but there's someone attacking. The important part to remember is there's someone attacking the women's division. Who is the next person that we see as soon as that sentence ends? Lovely Miss Larkin.
Well, technically, we're seeing Therapist Larkin.
In the next segment.
Yes.
But I don't know, man. Maybe
she's the last one left. It has to be
Maybe
her.
this is me reading a little bit too much into it. Maybe this is me reading a little, this is a little too filmy, maybe. Maybe it was just something that they totally overlooked and didn't realize what they were doing. But if this was a movie, if this was a film, and I have a character ask the question, who is doing this, and the next shot is an instant cut to someone's face?
Who is a likely candidate?
I'm going to assume it's them.
I'm not.
I don't think it is. I don't think it is.
I'm going to not naturally assume that because I believe it could very well be misdirection.
I want to be clear. I don't think it is.
I've thought it was Lovely Miss Larkin for weeks.
I don't see it being Lovely Miss Larkin.
You thought it was Sophia Rose.
I did.
Up until
tonight.
This episode, up until tonight.
But I'm just saying, I've seen 70 movies this year in theaters.
Wow.
That's not including what I watch at home.
That's probably more than I've seen in theaters this century.
Oh, I saw 4 this past weekend.
Wow.
1 Friday night, 2 Saturday, 1 Sunday.
That sounds about right.
And if you want to extend it to Thursday, I saw 5. But there was just something so filmy about it to me. And maybe I'm a little brainwashed.
I mean, I think all of it has to do with the fact that you watched 5 movies over the course of the last 5 days in the theater. I mean, I haven't. I watched football on Sunday, and that was probably about it.
I watched that Kanye West documentary.
I'm sorry.
It was honestly, it was one of the best music documentaries I've ever seen.
Really?
It was really, really, really incredible, and not. You guys know I'm a Kanye fan. I haven't listened to a new Kanye album in almost a decade. I tapped out on Kanye with the MAGA stuff and the Hitler stuff. I tapped out on him, but I was a big fan. Honestly, it was one of the best music documentaries I've ever seen. And there's several points in it where I was like, oh, you should get back on antidepressants because this guy's insane. This guy sucks. This guy clearly needs medication.
Go to therapy, folks.
Yeah, no, and go see In Whose Name, the Kanye West documentary. I've talked to you about this before, the Metallica Some Kind of Monster documentary.
Yeah.
Where I'm just this is a documentary, even if you're not a fan, even more so if you're not a fan of this artist, you have to see this. It's not about them so much as it's about the crossroads of influence and power and creativity and money
and paintings.
Well, Kanye does some painting in his too. Not nearly as good as Lars Ulrich's paintings. No, that's it. They're like 1A and 1B of the same coin, except for one side is funny and the other side is incredibly depressing. But I loved it. I thought it was a really good documentary. I'm really glad I went to go see it. I was the oldest person in the theater by 15 years.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, big high school graduation class of 2026 energy in that theater.
Wow. I'm glad I didn't go because I would have been your father, which would have made me like the age of their grandfathers.
Yeah,
and that would have made me really uncomfortable.
It actually would have, yeah.
Yeah.
That would have not been good for you.
Not at all.
Or for me, personally.
Yeah, it makes me feel weird talking about it. So let's talk about this match with
Who
Big
else
Zo.
do we have? Big Zo and Erik Surge. Okay. Big Zo wins, baby. Big Zo beats Erik Surge. Now, he takes the shortcut to do it. There's no offense from Erik Surge here at all. Big Zo attacks him before the bell rings. He
Completely ruthless.
Completely manhandles him, throws him around like he's a piece of meat, and
Yeah,
so he's a Rottweiler. But he won. He didn't win a wrestling match, right? Erik Surge was not in the match. Big Zo made sure of that before the bell even rang.
See,
So what I'm saying is Erik Surge is protected. But go ahead.
See, I feel like that is a very oversimplified. Not in general, nothing to take anything away from you, but I watched this by myself, and it gave me throwback vibes to right before like WrestleMania 2, between Hulk Hogan and King Kong Bundy.
Okay.
Zo just destroys the OVW's biggest hero with that same kind of energy that King Kong Bundy did going into that cage match at WrestleMania 2. Completely crushes the Hulkster's ribs.
Right.
His ribs are taped, much like I would imagine Erik Surge's will be.
Oh, Erik Surge is coming in on Thursday and or Sunday this week, all bandaged up.
Yeah, yeah.
You want to see the ending?
That was
of
the
this?
kind of energy I got from this match. I feel like the storytelling was top shelf between these two. So, yes, I absolutely would love to see this. And I hate to see that for Erik Surge. But in terms of storytelling...
Look at Zo just feeling good, just having fun.
Well, he's making fun. He's making fun of himself. Honestly.
Yeah, he's feeling... he's making fun of...
Y'all thought you knew me. Y'all thought I acted one type of way.
And we talked about this earlier. Did you happen to check out that interview on Overdrive?
No. You had mentioned that it is essential viewing.
That is the other side of this coin. We see this match. We see this side of Zo. We see this brutality, for lack of a better word, pun intended. And then you get this interview that drops on Overdrive. So if you're listening to this and you haven't gotten a chance to check that out, watch these two things together. Like, I finished this match, and then I went and watched that interview immediately afterward, and then finished this episode.
No, they've really done a wonderful job of not making Overdrive feel like as if it's extra content. They made it feel as if it's required viewing.
Yes.
Yeah, they've integrated it more deeply into their canon of content.
Yeah, those ladies are doing a phenomenal job.
So, by the time we cut off of Erik Surge here at the end of the match, the implication is he has some sort of internal bleeding,
cracked ribs,
something like that,
lung damage.
I think he's
punctured
gonna,
lung.
I think he's gonna vacate the championship.
It looks pretty serious. I mean, look at the final images that we're seeing after this match. Erik Surge, our champion, convulsing on the mat.
Blood on the mat.
Blood on the mat.
It's Blood on the Leaves. That's the Kanye West song you were looking for.
Blood on the Tracks.
Blood on the Track.
I'm older, so that's a Dylan reference.
That's the Dylan record, yeah. And then Blood on the Dance Floor from one of the last Michael Jackson records. That's also your...
Yeah,
that was like the lead single off like the very last Michael Jackson record.
Talking about my generation.
It was called Blood on the Dance Floor.
Yeah.
That's a different generation.
That is a different generation. That's my generation.
But my generation, talking about my generation, is a different generation than your generation.
Okay.
And my generation.
That's true.
Matter.
Yeah.
Main event, guys.
So I loved the vibe of this match.
I did too. I thought this was a wonderful way to end the evening.
Who knew the Troublemakers were going to bring it like that?
That was one of my biggest takeaways.
This is what, like 3 weeks in, 4 weeks in?
Something like that. Let's call it that.
Yeah. I mean, when I first see 99% of people in a ring, whether it's OVW, whether it's at a local show or something like that, my instinct is going to be like, who's this? I mean, look at my shirt, for crying out loud. I'm wearing an Iron Sheik shirt because in my head, those are like the best people. But, you know, within a couple of seconds, your opinion changes on, various people and styles and whatever. But over the course of the last month, the Troublemakers have really been knocking it out of the park.
Yeah, and, you have Caden Christopher, who's kind of your more, He's the one that does like the over the top, like tope, like Colin Herro,
Which he did in this match, and that was as tight a jump as I've seen from anybody.
Not a lot of operating space up there.
No, especially right in front of the ramp.
And then you've got like the other one who kind of looks like the Brooklyn Brawler.
Kind of, yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
And this team made so much sense to me over the course of this match in a way that they haven't over the last few weeks. You, for the first time, got to see them, I think, truly, what they're capable of, what they're here to do, what they can do. And I have a much clearer definition of this team in my head now.
I agree. They're not just the oldest living frat boys. They are a solid wrestling
they're a good little
unit.
tag team.
Yes.
Yeah, they're a good little tag team. Sin City Outlaws with the new haircut this week on Hartman.
And that early attack.
And and that's the other thing is the beginning of this really set up a great Los Desafios victory and a much different Los Desafios too than we've seen a majority of their run so far. Thought this was a great showcase of the Troublemakers. Thought this was a great showcase of the Sin City Outlaws. The thing I like the most about this though is that Los Desafios had to figure out a way to win basically taking pot shots. Right? They knew they were injured. They knew they were hurt. They knew they weren't operating at 100% going into this match because they were attacked pre-match. And they sat and they waited and they were meticulous about the moments that they took advantage of because they knew what was on the line. And what's on the line is another step toward the Nightmare Cup. And kayfabe and otherwise, I'd say there are a few teams that want the recognition of tag team glory more than Los Desafios.
They
of
certainly,
course everybody wants it.
Sure.
But like these guys, they've
earned it.
They've got a little bit. They want it for a few different reasons.
Yeah.
Not just because they earned it, not just because they want it, because they're wrestlers and they're competitors, but like they're friends. They're real, actual friends. And like from what I've been told, those are few and far between in the wrestling world. Mm-hmm. And what a better way to celebrate with one of your homies than saying, hey, right now, we're the best tag team in the company.
Yeah.
Especially after, legitimately 40 years of experience between the two of them.
Yeah, the fact that they weren't the offense of this.
Right.
They were smart enough to sit back and watch. That is a tribute to their 40-plus years in the ring.
But the end of this, they do, when it's time to move, they do move pretty well.
No, absolutely.
And both of them are making moves in our last video.
And let's see it.
Before I do this, watch the bottom of the screen outside of the ring in the front because we're going to start with our good friend Maximo Suave cleaning house. So watch for that.
Oh, nice. Okay. There we are.
Yeah, Maximo creating opportunities for himself here and creating opportunities for his tag partner here.
Yep. Now we see Manny climbing up in the corner behind, trying to get up there.
The Brooklyn Brawlers.
Fantastic of Maximo to be the distractor to let his partner get in place. High crossbody. That's all she wrote.
And
you gotta love it.
I was not surprised necessarily.
Oh no.
But I was still elated.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Just because it was a different match. I thought that we were going to get kind of Los Desafios offense. We got the opposite. These guys were not in the match other than when it counted.
Yeah.
When they needed to come in, break up some very, very, very close near falls. Take advantage of the little bit of energy, the little bit of health that they had and the moments that they had it. I thought this was a different kind of Los Desafios match. I thought that was important, not only for them as characters, making the win more important, but giving these other two teams a lot of time to breathe here in the main event of Hour 2.
Yeah.
Main event of the evening if you were watching live. So I think this was a good episode, man. Nightmare Cup time is always so much fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
These triple threats are such a nice, different thing. I love it.
It kind of had a 90s morning NWA kind of vibe. Or I guess like mid-late 80s for me.
I think the Nightmare Cup is bread and buttered
Yeah.
on the NWA.
Yeah, that was the vibe I got overall as far as the tag team tournament went. But yeah, fantastic episode. If you haven't seen it yet, what's wrong with you, man? Go check it out.
And go check out that interview with Big Zo on Overdrive from last night's episode of Overdrive. And until next week. I almost said until next week, Lexington, which is what I say on the radio. Until next week, guys. Thanks for listening. My name is Jack Minogues.
I'm Brian Hines.
And this has been the OVW Podcast.